You guys, I've always known you as local experts, right? From direct mail to video to events. Can you tell everybody a little bit about what you guys do to master that?
Sure. So last year we sold about 150 homes, just under 150 million, and with 4 agents. So we don't have a big team, but we are a powerful team in that sense. So we're very busy. And I think a big thing for us is we don't spend a lot of money on marketing. We do a lot of boots on the ground. And so we really obviously focus on listings. We do have a farm of 4,500 homes. So when I started, I really narrowed my focus when I first got into real estate, and what I found, which was waterfront properties, and what I found out later when the market shifted and that was a luxury that nobody was buying, then we switched. And I was fortunate to buy AustinTexasRealty.com 25 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So we changed it over and became more abroad in that sense. And so we were able to open up our market more and so I found a lot of business I was losing. But kind of going back to the boots on the ground, for us, it's really important that, we go after sellers, and when we get a seller, we're really hyper-focused on what we do with that seller. When you walk out of a listing appointment with a signed agreement, are you walking left and right and 10 across the street? Are you meeting the neighbors to let them know that this property is coming on the market, and do they know somebody that would they like to pick their neighbor, right? And same thing with an open house. Instead of just doing an open house, you can sign the yard, doing the 7-level open house. And so you're canvassing the neighborhood prior to the open house. You're inviting the neighbors to come early. You're doing the open. So when you actually get to the open house, that's the bonus. You've already added a lot of people into your database. And then of course, the foundation of our business is our database, right? And so we've been very purposeful about every person we meet, how can we feed them in? And so we do use Brivity. So we do have the sign in. So immediately when somebody comes in our open houses, they type their information in. It also lets us know immediately whether or not it's a real email or not.
Mm-hmm.
So we know whether or not we need to ask for a different email. And so, it's just, how are you focusing on capturing people? Because it's all about mind share, right? When we're talking about marketing is, the definition of marketing is promoting a product, houses, a service, what we do to help, and then market research. So are you a local expert on what you do? So every month we shoot a video on our farm, which is about 4,500 homes, and then on Austin. And so what's going on in Austin for market research? And I can tell you right now that, sales are down about 18%, prices are down 7% so far this year, but inventory is down almost 58%. And so, but in days on market, it's up. And so I can look at that, share that, but then also tell the public, if you're thinking about buying or selling, I need to tell you the reasons why you should buy right now and the reason why you should sell right now. And so just consistency with that month after month after month allows us to just get these come list me's. And then of course we use the market reports through Brivity, and that's just, we can watch how we can see the activity and immediately know that if somebody's looked at this report X amount of times, they're most likely looking to moving.
So here's what I'm getting from Gene, you guys, and this is what I think that we should pull out of this. Number one, he knows his target market very well. So he knows what their questions are. He knows what their challenges are. So he's like 10 reasons, because he knows what he's just going to counteract that with them, right? That's number one. Number two, all of his activities are capturing information so that his database is growing. So his open houses, his anything that you do, and then they have good content and they have good things to back that up and to deliver to that. So some of you are doing one of those two things. You're good at collecting your database, but you don't necessarily have something good content every month, right? Some of you have really good content and you're a billboard in the desert, because you don't have a big database, right? So that's what I love about what you're doing, is you're driving your local activity into your database and then delivering to that database. Really well done. Everybody here, if they're like, I want to dominate my local market like you guys do, right? What is the very first thing they should do?
For me, it would be identifying the area, right? So geographically, pulling the numbers, knowing what the turnover rate is, how many transactions are happening in that area. So I'll use my farm, for example, 4,500 homes, there's about 350 transactions, so that's 700 sides. The average sale price is $800,000, and nobody had more than 8% market share. So I knew I could go in and very quickly, within 1 year, dominate and take almost 20% market share, because nobody was there really hitting it hard.
I love that.
Every day is a great day to grow. Every day is that chance to start again.